Hello everyone, welcome to Learning with Dr. Shivangi. Today's topic is privileges and exemptions available to independent private company. As in the previous videos, we already started the playlist for the subject company law and also discussed various topics related to it like various provisions of company law, amendments in company law, different authorities of company law and so on. So in today's video, we'll discuss about the topic privileges and exemptions available to the independent private company. You can also watch other videos, links are provided in the description box. So before started the video, I want to say you that if you like my video, please like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe my channel which is Learning with Dr. Shivangi. Now coming to the main topic which is privileges and exemptions available to the independent private company. Besides the different above privileges we will discuss in the previous videos, the privileges and exemptions available to private company which is not a subsidiary of a public company, the following are the extra privileges and exemptions available to an independent private company. So privileges and exemptions available to an independent private company are related to regarding directors and other privileges also. So first one, the regarding directors. With respect to appointment of directors, an independent private company has the following privileges and exemptions. First one is a private company shall have at least 2 directors, whereas the minimum number of directors for a public company is 3, which is defined under section 252. Second is the directors of an independent private company may be for life or need to retire by rotation, which is defined under section 252, second part. So these are the two basic privileges given to the private sector companies. There are some other privileges also regarding the directors, which are: it is not mandatory for director of a private company or any member intending to propose a person for such an appointment to give notice to its members prior to the appointment of new director or the continuation of an existing director on its board, or to make a deposit of rupees 500, which is defined under section 257. So it is not mandatory for director of private company or member for the appointment for giving further notice to the members. The provision to propose the name of person for office of director of a company and for the proposed person to make a deposit of rupees 500 was added in Companies Amendment Act 1988, which is effective in India from 15 June 1988. The amendment also provides the amount of rupees 500 shall be refunded to such person if the person succeeds in getting elected. So there is a provision of deposit of fees is rupees 500. The person is selected for a director. He is refunded the given amount, which is 500 in the Companies Amendment Act 1988. The other provisions related to directors are: it is not mandatory for a private company to give notice to the proposal to make a person its director if a company is not a subsidiary of a public company, which is defined under section 257. So notice is not required or mandatory in the case of private sector companies. The other provision is the private sector company is not obliged to obtain the permission of central government if it wants to increase the number of its directors, which is defined under section 259. A private company is free to fill the vacancy caused by the death of its any of the directors, which is defined under section 259. So there are also privileges given in the case of directors to the private sector companies regarding the director formation, regarding the changes of directors also. Some other privileges also: a private company may not make a separate resolution for the appointment of each director. 2 or more directors can be appointed by one resolution, which is defined under section 263. If a new director is appointed to replace a retiring director in a private company, it is not mandatory for the company to file the consent of the candidate to act as director with the registrar of companies, which is defined under section 264. Restrictions with respect to the appointment or advertisement of a director are not applicable in case of a private company, which is defined under section 266. So separate resolution is not required in the case of private company for the appointment of each of director. 2 or more directors can be appointed by single resolution in the case of private company, and retiring director can be replaced without no mandatory file consent by the candidate also. Appointment of managing or whole-time director uh, or manager in a private company does not require the approval of the central government, which is defined under section 269. There are no restrictions on the powers of board of directors of a private company, which is defined under section 293. A private company may, by its directors' articles, provide that a person shall be disqualified for an appointment as a director or any grounds in addition to those specified in the Companies Act, which is defined under section 274. And a private company may give loans or other financial assistance to its directors, which is defined under section 295. So appointment of managing director, whole-time director in a private company does not require the approval of central government in the case of private company, and there is no restrictions on powers of board of directors to private company also. The directors of a private company may participate or vote in boards meetings or matters in which they have a personal interest, which is defined under section 300. And it is not mandatory for a private company to mention the date or place of directors in the register of directors, which is defined under section 303. There is no restriction on the remuneration of the directors or managing director of a private company, which is also mentioned in the section 309. And it is not mandatory for a private company to get the central government's approval to increase the remuneration of its director, which is mentioned in the section 310 and 311. So there are some other privileges regarding directors, which is regarding the remuneration increment, regarding the changes in managing director, regarding the place of directors, to mention the name in the register of directors also. There are some other privileges also, which are: a person who is already managing director or director of one or more companies may be appointed the managing director of a private company, which is mentioned in the section 316. The managing director of a private company may be appointed for more than 5 years, which is mentioned in the section 317. So managing director or director can be appointed by managing director of a private company also, which is mentioned in the different sections of the company law. So this is all about the different privileges available to the independent private company as regarding directors in privileges. So main privileges are as follows. At least 2 directors are required for minimum private sector companies, which is 7 in the public sector company. There is no need to retire the directors. It may be retired by rotation. There are no proposal required for a person to appointment of directors. Not mandatory to private company to give notice to proposal to person of its directors in subsidiary companies. There is no separate resolutions required for the appointment of different directors. Appointment of managing and full-time directors of companies does not require the approval of central government, which is required in private sector, public sector companies. The director of private company may participate or vote in boards of meetings or matters in which they have personal interest also. So this is all about the privileges available to the private sector companies, independent company, especially related to directors. If you have any query about this topic, or if you want to know about any other topic related to research methodology, business management, companies law, you can ask me through comment box. If you like my video, please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, which is Learning with Dr. Shivangi. Met in the next video with new topic. Thank you everyone.